Hello and welcome to Devil's Advocate and a special interview with the former President of Pakistan, General Pervez Musharraf. Later in this interview, I shall talk to him about the alleged advances on the back channel between India and Pakistan. They've been much speculated about, but never confirmed. And I'll also speak to him about the situation in Pakistan itself. How much of a threat to Pakistan's integrity is the Taliban? But first, as the two Prime Ministers meet in Egypt, what does General Musharraf make of the present state of India-Pakistan relations? General Musharraf, as you know, relations between India and Pakistan have suffered in the wake of the terror attack in Mumbai in November. Indians believe that Pakistan hasn't done enough to bring the accused to book or to dismantle organizations like the Jamaat-e-Dawa and their infrastructure of terror. If you had been President of Pakistan, how would you have responded to Bombay?
Well, certainly we would have cooperated in the investigation because we wouldn't like Pakistan to be blamed for being an accomplice, the government or the army or the ISI, because that is what generally gets projected, that they were accomplices in whatever happened. We would have joined the investigation and brought whoever has done it to book.
You said a very important thing at the beginning. If you had been president, you would have been positive, you would have been accommodating and understanding.
Yes.
Have I understood you correctly?
Yes.
And that was the message you would have picked up the phone and given to Dr. Manmohan Singh yourself?
Yes, indeed. Certainly.
And you believe it's important that that sort of positive message was given?
Should have been given. Should have been given, but I don't know what transpired between at the government level, official level.
It should have been given.
Yes.
Let me tell you one reason why the Indians feel that perhaps Pakistan hasn't done enough. Not just India, but many countries abroad, Britain and America, think Hafiz Muhammad Saeed is the mastermind of what happened in Bombay. Yet when he was detained, it was under the Maintenance of Public Order Act. He wasn't charged with terrorism. When he was released, the government spent a whole month trying to make up its mind whether they were going to appeal against his release. And when they did appeal against his release, just a couple of days ago, they seem to have bungled it as well. The Punjab government has suddenly withdrawn the appeal. When people look at this in India, they say, this is not just contradictory, it looks half-hearted, as if the government isn't quite willing to pursue it.
Well, I really am not. I'm not privy to what exactly happened in the courts and the appeals and the rejection, etc. But if the evidence was there against him, then they should have proceeded against him, certainly. If there is evidence, then one has to move against them. Remaining what the courts did and what the government did with the courts, I'm not privy to.
But if I understand your first answer correctly, if you had been president, you would have been much more proactive and assertive. You would have enforced the law with greater determination and taken full measures rather than half measures.
Yes, certainly. Full measures have to be taken. Crimes like whatever happened at Bombay was a terrorist attack. And therefore, Pakistan must cooperate.
And therefore the terrorists...
If at all there is a sharing of intelligence. Now, the other problem also is there adequate sharing of intelligence so that the Pakistan side cooperates fully?
Let me put you a view that's often expressed in India. People say there's no doubt that Pakistan today is very serious and committed in the fight against the Taliban and Al-Qaeda. But they ask, does the same seriousness exist when it comes to LET and Jaish? What's your answer to that?
No, I think there is. Certainly, they do it very seriously. And there is no doubt in that.
But when Hafiz Saeed is only detained under the Maintenance of Public Order and not charged with terrorism or incitement to terror, should he not have been charged with that?
Legalities. Frankly, I don't know these legalities. Why he's charged under one and not the other, I wouldn't be able to answer that.
But if you were president and there was a shadow of doubt, you would have charged him, wouldn't you?
Yes, certainly law has to be enforced, yes.
Strictly and rigidly?
Yes, yes.